So you betrayed a Scorpio. Well, here's what's going to happen next. And warning, it is not loud. It is not swift. It is, however, psychological, spiritual, and very permanent. You see, Scorpios don't do petty. They do karmic. So welcome. I'm Julianne. And today I will be going deep into why betraying Scorpio is kind of like signing a cosmic contract for chaos. And if you're the one who did the betraying, you might want to sage your whole soul. Because Scorpios don't just react. They will transform their pain into incredible power. So let's talk about that right now. So I want to share with you why Scorpio's revenge is different than, let's say, Aries or Taurus's revenge. You see, Scorpios are ruled by two very powerful planets. So you got Mars, the ancient ruler of Scorpio, that governs war and aggression and survival. And then we have the modern day planet, Pluto, that governs death, rebirth, and transformation. This means that the unevolved Scorpios don't just get mad, they go full underworld strategy mode. I kid you not. You see, Scorpio's subconscious is built for strategy and secrecy. And you won't hear them scream unless it's sexually related, of course. But anyways, what you will experience is you will start noticing your whole world falling apart after crossing them. So just a friendly reminder, I want to clarify that I am not just talking about Scorpio suns. I'm also talking about Scorpio's moon and rising signs. Okay, so let's get back to this. So basically, 1 minute, you're lying to Scorpio, and the next, your plants are dying, your ex is now dating a water sign, and your sleep paralysis demon is now wearing black eyeliner. So the age-old million-dollar question that I know that you all want an answer to is, what exactly triggers the Scorpio's revenge mode? So taken out of my personal black book of shadows, the number one crime committed against a Scorpio that triggers our terminal revenge mode is betrayal of our trust. And that does include lying to us, cheating on us, okay, and being very disloyal. So Scorpios value emotional loyalty above all. And their emotional body is very watery, but their reaction is volcanic, deep pressure with sudden eruptions. So in ancient astrology, Scorpio is connected to the 8th house, which is the house of sex and soul contracts. So betraying a Scorpio doesn't just hurt their ego. It's more like you have violated a sacred pact. So let me give you an example of what I mean. So once upon a time, I was married, and the person I was married to had a problem with cheating, and he was a pathological liar. So to my dominant Scorpio placements, that was like the worst thing you could do to me, okay? And I closed myself off to that person, spiritually, emotionally, and the physical definitely, yeah, I cut that off too. So, that was a sacred soul pact that I entered into when I married that person. So yeah, you do not violate any of those big three that I just mentioned. Otherwise, it's over, it's done. I never went back to him, okay? Once I divorced him, there was no turning back. I would never be able to trust that person again. So I bet you're all dying to know how Scorpios actually get their revenge. Well, guess what? I'm going to spill the beans. So they will usually silently withdraw from you on all levels, and that includes spiritually and physically. I know that this is what I personally do. Also, they will tend to ghost you like your karma depends on it, and you'll energetically feel them pull back from you before they ever unfollow you. And I like to call this energetic tie cutting. Now, this third tactic is named by Pluto himself, and it's what I would like to call the karmic boomerang. And honestly speaking, Scorpios oftentimes do not ever have to lift a finger when exacting revenge. Pluto handles it himself. See, life will start showing you who you are. And I want to give an example of what I just said about how Scorpios, in most cases, don't ever need to lift a finger to get revenge. So here is a really quick personal experience. So I was once married to a prince, okay, and I actually loved him with my pure heart. I treated him really good. I actually went over to Wales to live with him, and come to find out, he was not that wonderful prince that he portrayed himself to be. And so when I told him that I was going to be leaving Wales to return to the States, he literally threatened me with my life. He told me that I would not live if I was to leave him. So I just looked at him and laughed, and I said, you know what? You can't kill me. I can't even kill me. Now, I left it at that, and yes, I did return back to the States. But I kid you not, within 6 months of my return to the States, Prince Nicholas, he was only 53 at the time, had died of a massive heart attack. So when I say that Pluto himself will handle things for us, I actually literally mean that. Now, that's just one of many examples of someone who is literally come against my spirit or my soul, and really bad things have happened to them. And I did not have to lift a finger. And I did not even have to send negative thoughts his way, okay? I just left it at what I told him. I said, you can't kill me. You know, good luck with that. So anyways, there you go. Now, for the unevolved Scorpios, they will literally just sit back and manifest your downfall, all while they're sipping on some wine, playing tarot cards in candlelight. So one of the last ways that Scorpios can take revenge is through psychological revenge tactics. And trust me, a Scorpio will hit you where it hurts the most, which could be your self-perception, your guilt, or even your patterns. So there is a spiritual purpose to their revenge. So you need to understand that Scorpio is the sign of transformation. So even in the revenge, they are teaching you a very valuable lesson. And if Scorpio is unevolved, then the lesson is going to sting. But if they are an evolved Scorpio, they will let karma do the work for them, and then they'll rise like the phoenix. So just know that Scorpio does not need or want revenge to feel good. They want it to feel inevitable. Now, the evolved Scorpio will channel their pain into power, not into pettiness. And personally speaking, an evolved Scorpio will not seek revenge because they become so glowing, so healed, so untouchable that your access to them being denied all of a sudden was the real loss. And their silence is the storm, and their glow up is your karma. So if you have betrayed a Scorpio sun, moon, or rising sign, here is what will likely happen next. You will either face their wrath, or you will witness their rise. But either way, your chapter in their story is closed permanently. If you're a Scorpio or you have survived a Scorpio, please share your experiences in the comments down below. I would really, really love to hear your stories. And if you could be so kind as to annihilate that like button, share my videos with other Zodiac enthusiasts, subscribe and hit the bell notification, because I know that you do not want to miss any of my upcoming deep astrological videos.